So guys, welcome to Grease Lightning Reactions. We're here for a preview of the next season, what I'm going to be watching. I've done these videos very often, consistently for as long as I've had this channel now, but this time it's going to be a little different. As you guys know, been very restricted on my time, so as far as all the research I usually do, it usually takes like hours to figure out like what I'm going to say and find out different aspects of stuff, remind myself who, like, what studio makes what, and creating documents. Like, I'm not going to do that this time because I just don't have the time to. But I figured I'd at least give you guys a rundown of what I'm thinking. And most of these shows I've already done a preliminary, like, just look through. Like, ooh, this looks interesting, this looks interesting. But we'll kind of, like, read the summaries of what these things are and talk about it, things I've heard and stuff like that, or if they're sequels, what I know about them. So as with every other thing, the thing is for this is this is on anychart.net. You can pull it up yourself, make your own list. And my format is green is I make videos on it. Yellow is I'll probably watch it on my own for various reasons. I'll explain why. And red probably means unless I hear something like great about the show, I probably won't watch it. Just to address like the previous season. So I'm gonna try to catch up, maybe a little bit tomorrow. Probably by the next weekend at least. I should be all caught up for the end, like season finales for stuff. Just because I've been dropping a lot of things, as you guys know. I've been so busy with med school and stuff. I usually only get like 1-2 days really where I can sit down and like decide what I want to do. Aside from studying, like after a test, usually I don't allow myself to study that day, but the rest of the time we really have to focus. So of course, with all the assignments and tests every week, I don't know how much I can do, so a lot of this, like, take it with a grain of salt. I'll try my best to like watch stuff and keep up with it, but if I have to choose, I have to choose. That's how it's going to be. As far as shows that I'm currently watching, things that you guys may have not heard. For One Piece, I'm behind. I will catch up on that, of course. For Ballroom, Welcome to the Ballroom, absolutely love that show, so I will be going to catch up on that hopefully soonish. And I think, yeah, I'm pretty much caught up of it with Made in Abyss, Hero Academia. I keep up on. And this one, oh yeah, and Fate. Of course, I'm caught up with Fate. As far as Bahamut is concerned, I don't think I'm gonna live react to the rest of it because I'm so far behind on it. But I might just like finish it on my own and maybe give my thoughts. I'm not 100% sure. But that aside, I think that's pretty much it. I kind of like dropped off with that gambling show, Kake Garui or something. So I wasn't watching it for a long time. So I don't think I would be continuing that either. Am I missing anything? No. So let's start. Let's just start with it. Okay, so first, this is going to be in alphabetical order. I'm going to go through what everything is first, and then at the end, we'll like disable all the things that I'm not watching so you can see really what the schedule is going to look like. First of all, we have Three Gatsu no Line, Season 2, or Sangatsu no Line. March Comes in Like a Lion. Absolutely beautiful show. I actually was live reacting to this first season. Do I still have, let me see if I still have a few videos of this show. But I kind of quit live reacting to it for a while just because it's one of those shows that like is very slow. So sometimes it feels like there's not too much happening. So when I'm making a video, I like to be giving commentary, adding something to the video. I don't want to just sit there and just kind of like take it in. I know it's a part of reacting, but for those kinds of shows, I just kind of feel like I need to like step away from it or something. So that's how I started feeling about Sangatsu no Lion, because it just made me feel awkward, so I kind of stopped watching. I mean, I stopped live reacting it, but I did finish season 1. Absolutely loved it, actually. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful story. Really can't find too many flaws with it. Yeah, so I got up to episode 9 as far as reactions are concerned, but I think there was 24, 25 episodes for season 1. So I will absolutely be watching this. The animation is beautiful. There's great comedy. There's really, really heartbreaking like moments as well. If you don't know anything about March Comes In Like a Lion, it's by Studio Shaft. You probably know them from Monogatari. Really, really unique style in anything they do. This is no different. It's about a kid who's actually a pro shogi player. He's supposed to be a high schooler, but it's really about him learning the game better. I mean, he already knows, he's already really good, but he's like ascending the ranks and having to live alone, being a professional at his age, kind of dealing with the demons of his past. That's really what it's all about. It might be a little difficult to follow at times, just because as someone who is not very familiar with shogi, the game itself, and I can't really read the pieces too well, the matches, what's actually going on may not be as satisfying, but the intensity surrounding the match is always there. But for me, it's more the characters than anything else. So absolutely wonderful show. I gave it like a 9 out of 10 or something, just because it's a little bit of a slow start. Otherwise, it could easily be a 10 out of 10. That's how I feel about it. So if you haven't watched season 1, I think it's a great show to check out. And season 2 is coming. Alright, I have no idea what this is. Anime Gataris by WoW World. I don't even know what that is. The anime centers in Minoa Asagaya, a new high school student in Sakineko Private High School. Despite being a novice to anime, Minoa's classmate Irasu Kamigusa invites her to make an anime research club at school. Through conversations with her classmate Miko Kuinji, I don't know how to say that actually, as well as various anime-loving upperclassmen, Minoa gradually gets hooked on anime. Oh, well, they stand against the student council's continuous efforts to disband their club, and they ignore the impending end of the world. They talk impending end of the world to talk about anime, whether in Akiba or in real life, sacred place, anime settings, or the hot springs. Oh, interesting. You know, there's a lot of these like super otaku relatable shows out there. So Akiba, you guys know I went to Japan. Akihabara was one station stop away from where we stayed. Absolutely great place. It's like the mecca of like otaku fans when you go to Japan. So absolutely some place to visit. But as far as this, it seems kind of generic to me. With already my I have to be pretty picky, and I feel like I'm not picky already, but this is something I'm gonna leave off for now. All right, Black Clover. I was not sure if I was gonna put this on my list or not, just because of I feel like this is gonna be a really long running series. Let me read the synopsis first. Studio Pierrot. I think that's the one that did Tokyo Ghoul. I think, you know, having read the manga as well after the fact, they definitely could have done that better, but they also have some pretty good shows after Tokyo Ghoul. I mean, I think they're decent. So, Asta is a young boy who dreams of becoming the greatest mage in the kingdom. Only one problem, he can't use any magic. Luckily for Asta, he receives the incredibly rare 5-leaf clover grimoire that gives him the power of anti-magic. Can someone who can't use magic really become the Wizard King? One thing's for sure, Asta will never give up. So this really reminds me of Naruto, and a lot of people have talked to me about it, you know, like people I've met in real life, who say that it's really similar to it as far as like when you're making parallels. This that rookie story, outcast type kid, wants to be this is Wizard King. You could sub that in as Hokage. I don't know how, like, I'm just speaking on a superficial level. Of course, I don't know too much about the show at all. I will say that when I watched the trailer for most of these already. The main character's voice is kind of annoying, but I could say that about like Luffy's was annoying at first when I was watching. Freaking Naruto's was definitely annoying. Both the dub and the sub, both were very annoying for Naruto at first. So maybe it's something that I'll grow past. I do really like this black-haired character. I always feel like I like the rivals more than the main characters, except for maybe like Hero Academia, because yeah, you guys that watch Hero Academia know that the reasoning why I don't like the rival character in that. But I mean, as much as the main character. But I feel like this could be interesting. As far as Magic, the only like long running Shonen Jump style um, show that I've really watched is like Fairy Tail. I mean, I didn't even read Fairy. I mean, I read Fairy Tail, and I kind of dropped off after that big tournament, which is pretty far into the series. But Magic's always pretty interesting in anime, and I'm interested to see how it's portrayed. This may either become I'm gonna let you guys know this may become a drop, or it may become a watch on my own. I feel like I should look into this one a little more. Let's see. I want to see who the director is. This is kind of like when I'm doing my research. This is really what I'm doing. This, or I'll like, Google stuff. But let's see if I've Yoro no Yataraman. I did watch that. That was a decent show. And looks like nothing else that I am too familiar with. Skep Dance people have recommended. He's episode director of that, but in a directorial role, he did Monster Musume. Okay, all right. I don't know how fan servicey this is, but there you go. Did this guy create any other? I don't know what Hungry Joker is. Okay, so aside from that summary, that's pretty much all we know. All right, that's Black Clover. Blend S by A1 Pictures. I like A1 Pictures. The story centers on a girl named Maika who gets a job at a cafe where all the waitresses are given certain attributes such as tsundere or little sister to embody while serving customers. The manager asks Maika to be the do-as extreme sadist waitress, so she will have to adopt a dominant and aggressive personality. This girl? I don't know how that's gonna work, but all right. Not interested. Boku no Kanojo ga Majime Sugiru Shoujo Bitch Naken. With nothing left to lose, ordinary high school student Haruka Shinozaki confesses to beautiful, diligent class representative Akiho Kosaka, and to his surprise she accepts. Kosaka takes dating as seriously as she does everything else, but does not quite get it. She pragmatically suggests activities that are too sexual. So, I've heard some people say that this could be something similar to like Shimoneta, which was a show I watched a couple episodes of. I really couldn't handle it. I don't know. It was a little too much for me. And I didn't want to live react to something like that. I don't know. I did do prison school, which people are like, how could you do prison school and you can't do this? But for those of you that enjoy that, maybe this is something to look into. It might be funny. Diomedia, I do know they did that Mayoga show, which was trash. But what else have they done? I can't think of them. Oh, girl. I've heard of that before. Wait, was that last season? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even seeing anything. Oh, Kumano Riddle was trash. Fuka was okay. A lot of Kantai collection. Okay. Yeah, I can't really speak for this, I guess, huh? Handa-kun. I didn't watch that, but I know a lot of people like that show. Okay. That's just a little bit of some things that this studio has done. So, I mean, animation-wise, they're okay. So I know Kumano Riddle didn't look terrible. It just had a terrible story. That's not on them, I guess. So there's that. 5th season of Card Fighter Vanguard G. Don't watch that. 2nd season of Classic Colloid. Never watched that. Code Realized Shosei no Himegemi. Restricted to an abandoned mansion on the outskirts of London, in fulfillment of a promise to her father, lonely Cardia lives day to day isolated from the world. Her body carries a deadly poison that rots or melts anything her skin touches, prompting the locals to call her a monster. One day, her quiet solitude is interrupted as the royal guards break in to capture her. It is then that Cardia meets Arsène Lupin, chivalrous thief who helps her escape the soldiers' clutches. She soon finds herself on a journey with Lupin to locate her father, who holds the answers to her mysterious condition. She even on this picture? Is that her back there? This actually seems somewhat interesting. MSC, I've never heard of them. Prince of Tennis. I've not watched Prince of Tennis, so they've only done Prince of Tennis. Okay. I mean, it seems interesting. It's based off a video game. Huh. Like, like a mobile game? Oh, that doesn't tell me. Huh. I see a lot of like pretty boys. I have no idea what demographic this is aimed at, but I'm gonna leave that as is. Maybe on like a less busy time in my life, I might have considered watching the first episode of that. All right, Dia Horizon. I this is a Square Enix project. That's really all the information they have about it. I just don't usually like video game collaborations in anime, so it doesn't seem that like I saw the trailer for it, though maybe it's an older trailer and there's a newer one out, but it was a lot of still images and I couldn't tell what the hell was going on. So maybe later on, if this does turn out to be something completely hype or something. The only thing this really reminds me of is Grimgar, that one about the people who are, I don't remember if they were sucked into the world of a game or something, but it was like hyper realistic. Like just killing a goblin was like a traumatizing experience. That show is really good. I really like that show. If it's something like that, maybe I'll like it. Maybe this is similar to shoot, what was that? There was a recently there was an RPG style thing that had this annoying dragon thing as a side character. It was beautiful. The artwork was beautiful. Maybe you guys know what I'm talking about. It was like RPG style, and it was based off a mobile game. Maybe it's similar to that. I don't remember the name. I'm just drawing a blank on it. But that's what it looks like. I don't know what this giant, whatever you call it, castle walking thing is, but yeah, it certainly looks like your typical RPG style characters. Dies Irae by ACGT. Hold on. Who the heck are these people? ACGT. Kino's Journey, the old one. We'll talk about that later. And as far as... Oh, and Initial D. I haven't seen either of those. But I know a lot of people like Kino's Journey. So take that as you will. Are they doing the new one? Yeah. Wait, yeah. No, that's a special. Yeah, they just did the original one. These all look like really old shows. Have they not done anything more recent? Okay. May 1st, 1945, Berlin. As the Red Army raises the Soviet flag, a group of Nazi soldiers conduct a ritual using the slaughter in the city to bring back LDO, Supermen, whose coming would bring the world to destruction. Their success remains unknown. Present-day Suwahara City, Ren Fuji spends his days at the hospital due to a violent fight with his best friend Shiro. He tries to value what he has left to him, but he is haunted by the Shiro's words. Everyone who remains in the city eventually loses their minds, and the recurring dream of a guillotine, murderers, and the black-clad knights pursuing them. Now, I'm not sure what Nazis have to do with present day, but I guess they brought back these Supermen and they're still around in the present day. And that's what's causing people to lose their minds, maybe? I have no idea, but this seems like typical, like, like Powers style. I'm guessing it's like Powers. I remember seeing the guillotine in the trailer. But some interesting character designs, and that's pretty much all I can really say about it. Not the most intriguing summary, so right now it's I'm gonna pass. Dynamic Chord by Studio Pierrot. This totally looks like a aimed at a female demographic. The project follows the musical careers and personal lives of several bands under the Dynamic Chord agency and music label. Yeah, I've never liked those types of shows anyway. Garo, the Vanishing Line. So, I didn't realize this was going to be Garo. I don't think they changed the name until really recently. And I saw the trailer, or the picture of it, and it looked kind of interesting. But I don't know if I need more Garo in my life. Garo was good, but I don't know if I need any more. I really like the art style of this, though. And Mappa is one of my favorite studios. They've done a pretty good job. But let's read this synopsis. I actually have no idea what this is. I haven't read this synopsis. The anime's story is set in a prosperous city named Russell City. Even as the city celebrates its success, a conspiracy that threatens to shake its world has been set in motion. A man named Sword is the first to hear the earliest stirrings of the plot. Sword. And throws himself into a shadow war in order to expose it. His only clue is the keyword El Dorado. He meets Sophie, a woman searching for her older brother who left her with only a message with the same word, El Dorado. With Sword having also lost his younger sister in the past, both are drawn together by the word and work together to find its meaning. So I'm guessing this is the guy and this is the woman they're talking about, or maybe she looks like she's looking for something. And there's a motorcycle. So this, when I saw this, it just reminded me of Redline. If you haven't watched Redline, phenomenal movie, beautiful artwork. Just because the studio that did it completely in hand-drawn panels, so it's like next level. Like, it's so good. And the story, like, I mean, the story's okay, but just like watching the phenomenon going on the screen is crazy. So that being a race, and I'm seeing motorcycles here on top of like the line thing in the name, very superficial, I know, but the trailer looked interesting. My worry about this is, in the initial trailers, it seemed like there was nothing at all to do with Garo, and I was like, ooh, okay, this is like a new property for them. Okay, maybe this could be interesting. And then it kind of just looks like they shoehorned it in, and even in this plot line, it doesn't even look like it makes sense, because if you watched Garo, you know it's like a medieval style show, and it makes no sense that there's gonna be like, all of a sudden they're in the future and there's these skyscrapers in these big cities and stuff. Where did this come from? Why is this happening? Maybe they'll explain it, but it kind of feels like, just the feeling I get with, I have no evidence for this at all. It feels like they were making a show and they thought, okay, this isn't exciting enough. Or maybe like, oh, this makes us feel a little insecure about how well this is gonna do. Maybe they pumped a lot of money into it and they're like, okay, you know what would make this better? The Garo suits of armor, and they just decided to throw it in there. Now I really hope that's not the case. If it is, I don't think this is gonna work out, because I don't think you can just throw in a property. But if it's like makes logical sense, it could be good, especially season 2, or was it? There's only one season of Garo, right? The second half of Garo. The last thing of Garo that I watched, the last part of Garo I watched, was really good. Had really good characters, had really good moments. So Garo in general is pretty good. So I don't know if I'm going to watch this. I have it right now as a watch on my own, but we'll see. I have no idea. Alright, Gintama, of course, season 6. I think this is supposed to finish it. I don't know if the manga's ended yet. I'm hype as hell. Easily my most anticipated. I cannot wait for this. Those of you asking if I'm going to do a live reaction to this, who do you think I am? Like, come on. Like, this is going to be like my Boku no Hero Academia, where I don't miss uploads. Like, it doesn't matter how busy I am. This is the show that I'm not going to miss the uploads for. So I can't really say much more. If you haven't watched Gintama, I really hope that you give Gintama a shot. It is my... I think it's my second favorite now. It's getting really close to my favorite. So, absolutely phenomenal show. Great humor, great stories, great characters. It starts off as a slice of life, like not a slice, I guess a slice of life, maybe. It really disjointed like a comedy, like disjointed comedy episodes. Just like, okay, different day in the lives of Gin and crew, and you know, if you're really into the humor, even better, but it keeps going, and then eventually you start getting backstories, you start getting plot lines, and it's just wonderful. I don't know how else to describe it, because Gintama you can't like unless you've actually seen that stuff, and you just need to start it or read it. I don't know how great the manga is, but of course there's a lot of fans of it, so either way, a lot to catch up on. I don't want you to be intimidated by that. When I was catching up on it in college, I watched one episode a day. After a long day of studying, I would come home before I went to bed. I would watch one episode of Gintama, laugh really hard, go to bed, watch it again, and I watched a ton of that way. And then when I started YouTube, I had skipped around a lot for the show, and I'd watched some recommended episodes, and I eventually went back and watched all the episodes, and there really aren't like any episodes worth skipping. I know the first two episodes people say are really slow, and they're like either the first episode or both the first and second episode are not canon, so people have a fit with it. I don't remember it being bad, but take that as you will. Gintama's phenomenal. All right. Himoto Umaru-chan, this thing, yeah. Hizuku no Reitetsu, I have no idea. It looks like spirits or something. Hoseki no Kuni, by Orange Studio. Okay, the Dimension. I was like, I've watched something by them, Dimension W, which was okay. So not the best of pedigrees. I watched the trailer for this recently. All CG, and I always say CG should not. I wouldn't say bother you, but it shouldn't stop you from watching something. Ajin is something you should watch. Phenomenal show. And what is it called? Knights of Sidonia. I love those two shows. Completely CG. The Berserk movies, the Golden Age movies, phenomenal CG. It's just like they're also trash CGs. I know. Like the Berserk adaptations, I tried. I gave it my best, and I couldn't do it. This is entirely CG. It's bad looking CG, and it doesn't seem like it's an interesting story / premise based on the trailer, but let's read it. In the distant future, a new life form called Hoseki are born, gems. The 28 Hoseki must fight against the moon dwellers who want to attack them and turn them into decorations, and thus each gem is assigned a role such as fighter or medic. Though he hopes to fight the moon dwellers, Foss is a gem who is given no assignment until the gem's master Adamantine asks him to edit a natural history magazine. What? A natural history magazine. I have no idea. Imotosai Iraba Silverlink. Silverlink is a good studio. Let's just remind ourselves what things they've done. Tanaka-kun is listless. I do believe a lot of people like that. I haven't watched it. Fate Khalid, I did watch a lot. I think I finished season 1 of Fate Khalid recently, like before med school started. It's okay. So there's that. It's that Different Dimension food show that just aired. Masamune no Revenge Kun, I did enjoy myself watching that. What else have they done? I know they've done more that I've watched. Or am I making it up? Hold on. No. Not that I can tell. A lot of Fate Khalid stuff. I didn't know there's so many spin-offs. I guess they're just specials. Yeah. I still think they're solid. Nothing like exceptional, but I could have sworn I knew more about them. Anyways, the story follows the everyday life of Itsuki, a novelist and modern-day Pygmalion. I forget what that means. Who works day in and day out to create the ultimate younger sister. He's surrounded by various other characters, a beautiful genius writer who loves him, his big sisterly classmate from college, a fellow male writer, a sadistic tax accountant, and his editor. They're all looking after by Itsuki's perfect younger stepbrother, Chihiro, who has a serious secret. I don't know. It doesn't seem super interesting to me. I like this picture. Looks hyper realistic for some reason. I don't know. It's eye catching. But this doesn't do too much for me. Infinity T-Force. What is this? I don't even know if this is an anime. What the heck? That looks like a live action. Oh, full 3D CG anime project by Tatsunoko Productions. Did they do that one show I really liked? Oh, shizzle. Ping Pong the Animation. I love. Go watch Ping Pong the Animation. It's like 11 episodes. You won't regret it. Psycho-Pass 2, please don't exist. I don't like you. Psycho-Pass 1 was amazing, but Psycho-Pass 2, just get out of here. No. Remember, what was the name of that? Oh, Thunderbolt Fantasy. That's what I was thinking. For some reason, I thought this was the same studio. But I guess not. Solid studio. But I'm not digging this. Let's just say that. Inuyashiki by Studio Mappa. Like I said, Studio Mappa. I love Mappa. Yuri on Ice. Decent. Kids on a Slope. Phenomenal. One of my favorites of all time, honestly. I did live reactions to it. It's on my channel if you want to watch it. I love this show so much. Some of the best characters I've ever seen in anime. It's only like 12 episodes, so watch it. Shingeki no Bahamut Genesis, absolutely wonderful. Virgin Soul, I'm behind on it. Like I said, I plan on catching up on it. Kakiguri, I watched a little bit of. It's okay. Garo got good. Punchline was great, even though this is low rating. It really gets great in the second half. So I guess that's fair. And Days was kind of trash. So there's that. Oh, and Zanki no Terra, of course. I love Zanki no Terra. Ushio Tutora was solid. Like, they're good all around, I think. So this, I heard, is very similar to a show called Gantz, which I have never watched. It's by the same writer. So we'll go into who's behind this show specifically. But there is some CG in this. There's Android, so be aware of that. But otherwise, the artwork looks really nice. It looks beautiful. I heard the manga has a really unique art style, so I'll be curious to see how well they adapt that. So I like it when there are unique manga art styles, and there is a good way to adapt them over to anime. That gives us different looking anime, right? And I like a little bit of risk taking. You know, the anime art style is pretty homogeneous, so when homogenous, like, but when they go outside of the norms, it's always interesting. So we have Ichiro Inuyashiki is down on his luck. While only 58 years old, his geriatric looks often have him written off as a pathetic old man by the world around him, and he's constantly ignored and disrespected by his family, despite all that he's done to support them. On top of everything else, his doctor has revealed that he has cancer, and it appears that he has little time left in this world. But just when it seems things can't get any worse, a blinding light in the night sky strikes the earth where Ichiro stands. He later wakes up to find himself unscathed, but he soon starts to notice that there's something different about himself. Now, I don't know if Inuyashiki Ichiro is actually the main character, which this plot summary seems to indicate, or if this young man right here is the actual main character. But from those that have read the manga, I heard the first 3/4 or 2/3 are phenomenal, and then people say that the ending is not very good. That's all I know about it. I don't really care about those things. It looks interesting to me. And for endings, a lot of endings where people haven't enjoyed it, I have. So I feel like if it's phenomenal in the beginning, it has a pretty interesting premise. I feel like I should give it a shot, and it seems to have a lot of hype behind it. Might as well check it out. Let's see who is behind this. So original creator Hiroya Oku, who I believe is the Gantz writer. So those of you who are Gantz fans, you will love that, I'm sure. The chief director, who is going to be the most important. So Shingeki no Bahamut Virgin Soul, of course, wonderful. And that's pretty much it as far as things I know. Karas, I heard, is pretty good. Did I hear it's good or it's trash? I don't know. I've heard about it. Animation director in Kilo Senshi Gundam Unicorn, or Universal Century. I think that's supposed to be good too. Oh, and he's director of Shingeki no Bahamut Genesis. Okay, he's really good. He's really good. I'll trust this guy. And the other guy, he's the first time. I guess he's like a co-director. Script wise, I mean, you have a manga to go off of, so hopefully you can't really screw it up. Ajin, he worked on. Okay, yeah, okay, that's all I need to see. But I mean, Awari no Seraph, I dropped that. That was kind of garbage. But And Zaki no Terror, he helped on Zaki no Terror. Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill's decent. Attack on Titan, he helped on. This guy's solid. Okay. All around, I feel pretty good about the staff behind this. So, and Mappa. So, I'm okay with it. All right. What? Itsudate Bokura no Koi wa 10 centimeters date. Adolescent romance takes another twist with an announcement of a TV anime adaptation based on the Kokuhaku Jiko Inkai? Confess Your Love Committee series of Vocaloid songs. Oh, it's based on Vocaloid songs. Okay. Just Because. The original anime Just Because focuses on subtly portraying the feelings of a group of high school students nearing graduation. Near the end of second semester at third year, when students have very little time in high school left and are just waiting for graduation, the appearance of a new transfer student begins to change what remains of their high school lives just as they are about to graduate. Okay. Very simple premise. I don't know who Pine Jam is. Who is Pine Jam? Gamers. I don't know. What the heck is this? Kind of shady. Oh, okay. No idea about this studio, so I can't really comment. Okay. There's only one reason this is on my live reaction list, and it may be complete trash. So this might be one of those that I do, like, I might not even upload a reaction for if it's just garbage. But this is Juni Taisen by Graphinica. And I'll show you right away why I have this. Oh, damn, they did Housing Ultimate and Drifters? That's a solid studio. They always have Love Live. And that thing. I never watched that, but it looked interesting. But I want... Wait. Here we go. Original story. Director. Story. Nisio Isin. The Monogatari series. So, obviously, I'm going to watch this. He's a good writer, man. He's really good. He's really unique. I hope this is a unique show. I haven't even read the summary. I just know that it's him, so I put it on there. He did Mirai Nikki, which I dropped. Shit. But I guess it's in his alley because I do know that this is like a battle royale style show. The record of the bloody battle between the 12 proud warriors. The 12th tournament. That gets held every 12 years. 12 brave warriors who bear the names of the signs of the zodiac fight each other for their lives. Okay, 12 of very strange creatures. It's all the zodiacs. Do any of you guys watch damn, that Jackie Chan animated show with the zodiac, the talismans? Oh, dude, I love that show. I forget the name of it, but it was wonderful. Anyways, the victor of this tournament gets to have one wish granted, whatever wish it may be, the one wish they want granted. Why are they... Okay, someone needs to tell someone how to write. Who will be the final survivor? Whose tears will flow? Okay, it's a battle royale. So, like I said, I have no idea. This might be complete trash. I really like the art style here. Maybe not the style, but the actual art. Some interesting looking characters. So, time will tell how good this is. Okay, Kekai Sensen Season 2. I enjoyed Kekai Sensen. This is probably going to get me a bunch of hate, but I don't care. I'm not going to react to this because I watched the dub for this. I actually dropped this when I was watching the sub. I don't know if it was like the speed that the first few episodes were talking in, but I just felt like it was a lot easier and nicer for me to watch the show in dub. So I'm going to wait for the dub to come out to watch this. And like I said, overall, I'm not a huge fan of the series, but it was fun. It was interesting. So I will definitely at least check it out, see how good Season 2 is. So this Season 2, Bones, wonderful studio. So animation and everything looks... Oh my gosh, Bones is so good. If Bones and Madhouse and freaking... oh shit, Kyoto Annie, like those like series, like those studios did like every anime and they didn't have Burnout and they were like all their like quality like standard, I'd be the happiest person alive. Just letting you know, Bones is on that list. Kino no Tabi, The Beautiful World, the animated series. This, I believe, is a sequel to Kino's Journey. I have not watched it. I actually know a few people who it's actually their favorite show, or like Kino is their favorite character. I believe the main character's name is Kino. The story follows the travels of Kino, a young adventurer who rides a talking motorcycle named Hermes. They explore the world, the people, and the cultures of different places throughout their adventures, spending only 3 days at each location. So I guess this is kind of like a slice of lifey show. I looked it up. It's only like 11, 12 episodes, so maybe I'll watch it. You know, sometimes I'll watch some show while I'm eating like lunch or something. I don't want to record at that time, of course, but maybe this is something I might catch up on if I'm really, really like it. Maybe I'll react to it, but I have no idea, so I can't really speak to it. Lerche, I don't think it's not the original studio that worked on it, but it's Assassination Classroom, the Danganronpa 3. I love this shit. It was so good. And this like freaking edgy shit that people loved. I know I'm really like, what was that School Life? What was the name of it? Scum's Witch, which was decent. Monster Musume they worked on, so I think it's a good studio, so I think it's in good hands. Decent at least. Konohana Kitan, this manga story set in Kokohana, Tai, a hot spring hotel located in town between our world and the other world. The story portrays the lives of fox spirits who take the form of girls and work at the hotel. It's Studio Lerche again, so same applies as I said before, but does not really interest me. Kujira no how many things are on this thing, man? I think I'm taking too much time. Man. Kujira no Kora wa Sajo ni Utai. Oh yeah, okay. I watched the trailer to this. This has a really interesting art style for this. It's like almost like, man, I don't even know how to describe it. It looks like colored pencil hand. I don't even know how to describe it. If you watch you'll know what I'm talking about. And it's JC Staff. I'll talk about JC Staff afterwards. Shakuro is the 14-year-old archivist of the Mudwhale, a nigh-utopian island that floats across the surface of an endless sea of sand. 9 in 10 of the inhabitants of the Mudwhale have been blessed and cursed with the ability to use Saimia? Special powers that doom them to an early death. I don't know what a blessing and curse is, but that sounds like a curse to me. Shakuro and his friends have stumbled across other islands, but they have never met, seen, or even heard of a human who wasn't from their own. One day, Shakuro visits an island as large as the Mudwhale and meets a girl who will change his destiny. So, really to me, that seems like an interesting premise. It might have made my list. Like, this is one of those that might have made my list if I had more time, but I just don't. And yeah, like I said, pretty good. Food Wars, Bakuman is really good. I need to watch Bakuman, man. I read a lot of the manga, but I need to catch up. I love Prison School, Dungeon. The first, I like that. I heard Golden Time's pretty good. Flying Witch was good. I should have finished that. So yeah. This studio is good. This studio is really good. JC Staff is just like a constant like measure of quality. It's just really good, solid, higher than solid. I'd say. I've seen it said solid for a lot of studios, but this is higher than that. This is like a continual mark of like really good. Let's say that. Second season of Love Live. I don't care about Love Live. Mahotsukai no Yome, or Mage's Bride. This I'm really excited for. It's Studio Wit. I love Studio Wit. Attack on Titan, of course. They also did Kabaneri, which I wasn't a huge fan of, but I love how they made it. Awari no Seraph, I'm not a huge fan of that. I actually don't like it. So, you know, I like their production. It's just though that story wasn't very good. But this I've heard is really good. The manga is supposed to be amazing. This is one of those, like, I don't like to be spoiled on stuff, so I kind of clicked on the trailer, clicked to like 2 or 3 different places, and I was like, wow, this looks really good. They're putting their budget in this, and it looks wonderful. Now, this is supposed to be like a love story type thing, right? Hold on. In fantasy, of course, you got like a dude with a freaking horse head. Not a horse head, like a bone horse head, yeah. Chise Hattori has lived a life full of neglect and abuse, devoid of anything resembling love. Far from the warmth of family, she has had her share of troubles and pitfalls. Just when all hope seems lost, a fateful encounter awaits her. When a man with the head of a beast, wielding strange powers, obtains her through a slave auction, Chisa's life will never be the same again. So I believe... Is there more to this? Yeah, I believe the premise is that this guy wants her to fall in love with him. I don't know how that's going to be, but... apparently getting like a huge marketing campaign in Japan. I don't know. So, suffice to say, it's got some hype behind it. And I always like having something like a little bit of romance in my seasonal stuff. So, if this is really good, I will absolutely watch it. I mean, I'm not saying I will watch it. So, I'm just letting you know now. Who's on the staff, though? Manga creator, director, script, I want to know. Okay, this is pretty much the only role I would even know. The director, hey, Yomimushi Pedal. But that's a compilation movie, isn't it? So that doesn't really prove anything. And I guess there was like an OVA, right? I didn't even watch that, so I think people were happy with that. Script, something with psychopaths. What is this? Specimen Case 3. Is this like a manga only thing? It's a novel. Oh, maybe I should watch it. Huh. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, I think this is probably on everyone's list, so let's just keep going. That's Jun Susume. Moriko Moriaka is a 30-year-old single NEET woman, of course. After dropping out from reality, she has taken off in search for a fulfilling life and ended up in a net game, or netoge. In the netoge world, she began her new life as a refreshing and handsome character named Hayashi. So is she playing a guy? While starting out as a beginner, a pretty character named Lily reaches out to help her. Meanwhile, in the real world, awaits a shocking encounter with a good-looking elite company employee, a mysterious blue-eyed blonde. I'm guessing that they play each other's gender, they fall in love in the game, and then they fall in love in real life. Signal MD I've never heard of. Cyborg 009. I've seen that a few times. That name, I don't know what it is. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Osomatsu-san Season 2. I really loved Episode 1 of Osomatsu-san, and I didn't really continue it. I watched a bit of Episode 2. I was watching with friends, and it kind of just tapered off. So, if you like Osomatsu-san, it's been around for a very long time. There was a new season, like 2-3 years ago, I want to say. 3, 4 years? 3 years. I think it was 3 years ago. The first thing was just like freaking memes everywhere, and it was kind of funny to me as an anime guy, but I don't know about the rest of it. So if you're into that, it's there. Okay, Osama game, the animation. I've heard this source material is brilliant, so that's the main reason I have this as a live reaction. I don't know anything about it, so let's find out together. The story begins with an entire high school class of 32 people receive a message on their cell phones from a person known only as the King. Messages contain orders that the students must obey or they risk the punishment of death. With their lives on the line, the students soon find out that the orders are getting more and more extreme as time goes on. So when I saw Osama game, it sounds like the King's game, like in Persona, or you see it in a lot of other shows. The one where you draw sticks, one person's the king, the other person, I guess, is the servant. I don't know how it goes, but whatever the king says you have to do, or you lose the game, or something like that. So this is that in an extreme sense with 32 characters. The main problem with this that I see happening is 32 characters is a lot of characters. I talked about Muyoga earlier. I was watching that show, and I dropped it halfway through because they just couldn't figure out how to really portray these characters. They weren't overly interesting. Not a lot of interesting stuff was happening, so it really just ended up being a blah fest. So I just hope that like this source material, like the backstory for this seems much more interesting. So I don't know who Studio 7 is. Why have I feel like I've seen this before? like the image. And nothing else. So I'll just put a big ass question mark in this studio. I have no idea if they're any good. What about who's behind this? Ooh, there it is. Original creator. Well, let's see, character designer and director. Osama Game, of course. What was this? Character designer? Or you know, twin. Oh my god, that Twin Tails shit. I watched episode 1 in the Anime Club and I was like, this is trash. Weird character designs. Hopefully it's good on this one. And Osama Game, the animation. This is his first directing role as far as this site is concerned. Sometimes I find that I find more complete lists of works for a director somewhere else. So usually when I see that, I usually go searching because maybe they don't have the correct list. Let's keep going. So this looks really interesting. This artwork's really cool. So Robo Masters, the animated series, based on the DJ hosted Robo Masters competition. No idea. Sengoku Night Blood. The game centers around different warlords from Japan, Warring States, Sengoku period. Game is described as Warring States romance fantasy. Seems like another one of those types of shows. Let's just say that. There are a billion of these. Typhoon Graphics, I have no idea. Nope. Okay, let's keep moving. Third season of Shokugeki no Soma. Really what put JC Staff on my radar because I love this show. I know a lot of people drop this show just because I've talked about this a billion times. But warning you already. I should put this warning for everything. But this is a show that I'm going to be using a timer for. I've been hit with strikes for having even a little bit of like subtitles, so I have to do that for this show. But I will do that with other risky shows as well. Really looking forward to this. It's always great, really good quality. I can't, like, it's so crazy that they can make a cooking competition be so intense and have characters that are so fun to watch. You're rooting for so many people. It's just crazy. A lot of people let the little bits of, like, you know, erotic stuff, like, get in the way of a really good story, which I think it's a shame, but, you know, everyone has different tastes. I can get past that and really look at like the competitive side as like a sports anime here. So I'm really looking forward to this. I have no idea who some of these people are, but we will find out. This is going to be interesting. Shoujo Shumatsu Ryoko. I might react to this. I don't know. This seems like a very like somber and like really a feely, emotion-filled type show that might be kind of slow. That's why I'm apprehensive. But it is by White Fox, who have a good pedigree. They did Re:Zero, Steins Gate, Black Lagoon, I believe, as well as Jormungand. Akame ga Kill, whether you like that or not, I thought it was very entertaining. And Katanagatari I want to watch too at some point. I guess they didn't do Black Lagoon. Heard this show's pretty good. Or maybe a season of this, I don't know. So, yeah, solid studio. Civilization is dead, but Chito and Yuri are still alive. So they hop aboard their beloved Kettenkrad motorbike and aimlessly wander the ruins of the world they once knew. Day after hopeless day, they look for their next meal and fuel for the ride, but as long as the two are together, even an existence as bleak as theirs has a ray or two of sunshine in it, whether they're sucking down their fill of soup or hunting for machine parts to tinker with. For two girls in a world full of nothing, the experience and feelings the two share give them something to live for. So, of course, very, very somber tone. The art style is very, very unique. I really recommend at least checking out the trailer for this, seeing if this is something that appeals to you, because I do think this is something that might be just divisive just because of how it looks. But it's an intriguing story. To me, and I feel like maybe I could watch this on my own. I have no idea, because I feel like, you know, just like March Comes In Like a Lion, something that's just like super emotion filled, kind of slow but really good. I feel like this might fit that. All right, Idolmaster. I'm gonna skip this. I'm trying to go a little faster just because I think I'm near the end. Second season of Time Bokan 24. No idea what that is. Suki Pro, the animation. Another music animation. 2 Car by Silverlink. Original anime by Silverlink. 10th anniversary. 2 girls involved with competitive motorcycle sidecar racing. Ooh, motorcycle sidecar racing. Okay. Yuki Holder Maho Sensei Negima. Season 2. In the decades since the world became aware of the existence of magic, the world has undergone massive upheaval. However, a boy named Tota lives in seclusion in a rural town far removed from these changes. His ordinary life is highlighted by his magic-using female teacher and his supportive friends. But his tranquil daily life is disrupted, he embarks on a unique adventure. I've heard the season 1 of this is pretty good, so I just wanted to know what the season 1 was about. That's why I was reading it, but I haven't watched it, so I don't think I'm gonna do this. Urahara. Oh, I'm getting close to the end. 3 high school girls are putting together a limited time shop called Park in Japan's Harajuku. I've been to Harajuku, I think. That sounds familiar. Harajuku is famous with all those coffee shops, right? Or the crepes? Anyways, one day aliens come to Earth with the intent to steal the famed district's culture. Same time, a mysterious girl appears. The 3 girls band together to defeat the alien threat and protect their beloved Harajuku. That looks really weird. That's an interesting premise. The art style is kind of weird. Oh, damn. Look, that's the alien up there. Seems comical. Shirogumi. Have not seen anything by them. Antique Bakery. What the heck? None of this stuff is very highly rated, at least on here, but I can't trust that. Ooh. Sinbad Soro no... That's got 96. Is that a rating? No, that's not percentage. Anyways, let's keep going. Wake Up Girls Shinsho Milipensi. They did that trash Berserk. The new anime will feature the previous Wake Up Girls group characters, but it will also add some new characters. Wonderful. Sequel of Yuki Yuna wa Yushu Dearu. Yusha Dearu. Nope. Okay, and then we get to, of course, I'm going to continue Ballroom. I'm going to continue Fate. I did not watch this, so I will not continue this. Are these? No, it's still, okay. Wait a second. I didn't really, did I already mark these? Hold on. Let me go back one. It's not letting me mark them. Okay. Nope. These, I don't really do with these shorts. Usually if someone tells me, I heard this might be funny, I don't know. I'll read it. Slightly sweet, tipsy couple comedy manga centers on the 28-year-old senior public relations company staff member Chisato Muzisawa. The story follows Chisato's daily life as she enjoys her husband Sora's cocktails. Chisato has secrets that only her husband knows. Could be like a funny, like, everyday life type show. I don't know. Pingu in the City. I don't know. Okay, let's see films. I'll stop when I have one that I oh shit. Yeah, I will live react to this once like the Blu-rays come out or something. That might take forever, but you know me. This I need to watch in a perfection quality. So you guys might be waiting, but I love Fate. You guys know how much I love Fate. I'm gonna get a bunch of hate because I don't like Shiro too much, but you know, I've never like hated him. I just like, I think what happens is that when you disagree with your like audience, and literally everyone disagrees with you, you get a little like you want to clap back. Like, I don't even hate Shiro, but like I like want to hate him because of how many people that are trying to sway me from my opinion of like not showering him with praise. So, or that I would rather have had Gilgamesh, like in that Gilgamesh, you know, fight, what I'm talking about. Yeah. If you guys watch my, yeah, I'm not gonna, anyways. But I love Fate, like I say. And this should be interesting. I heard this is the best arc, best route, and it's very, very, very dark, and it will heavily focus Sakura, which I love Sakura, and the Mato family is fucked. So yeah. Oh shit. Is this a sequel? I might watch this. I liked Free. Contrary to most people, like, I mean, most guys. It's a really good show. I really think so. Um, there's a lot of bad stigma because of like the ab shots and stuff like that, and it's obviously like more for like girls. But as someone who enjoys competition shows and I love Chance and I love like character building, Free is really good. Girls in Panzer, Godzilla. I will definitely be watching this. I don't know if I will be live reacting to it or not. I loved Gundam Thunderbolt. This is the first movie, so that I know some people just want me to live react to this show, but I'm just gonna film. Why not? No. Oh yeah, that weird show. No. Interesting. I definitely will watch this. The spin-off Attack on Titan. Seems like it's focusing on Annie and... Ooh, damn. I wouldn't focus too much on that picture. Just letting you know if you haven't watched season 2. But that is gonna do it. Like I said, it's quite a bit. Let us reset to the standard view. Go in here. Turn off. This is why I do things I don't want to watch in red. You can really mess with these settings. I was just dark mode on like on everything, and this will get rid of all the red shows. That's why I like doing it like this, so you can go back and just get a snapshot of what's gonna be happening. So I will count 1, 2, 3, 4 shows on my own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, One Piece, 10 shows that I will be live reacting to. Yeah, this will probably drop. Like, there will be like at least maybe half of these that drop, or maybe 3, but I feel like it's gonna happen. I'm just letting you guys know. So yeah. Just for your sakes, likely candidates: Black Clover, Juni Taisen, maybe Inuyashiki if I'm just not into it. Osama game I don't know too much about if it doesn't handle the ton of characters Food Wars has a get out of jail for free card. So does this. I think it's like a home run guaranteed. Gintama. I'm not dropping Gintama. And I love Ballroom. I'm just behind on it, and Fate I love. So those are guaranteed. Maybe some of these will enter the realm of live reactions. This one will not because it's dub, and I don't want to deal with the comments talking about me watching dub. Garo, I probably won't watch this. And I just enjoy watching this on my own. It's phenomenal. So yeah, that is going to do it. This is an hour-long video without research. I thought it would be way shorter. Why? God damn, I need to go to bed. Anyways, hopefully this wasn't too bad compared to my regular videos. Just giving you guys my thought process going into this. Be aware I am in medical school right now, so I have a test pretty much every week. I'm always studying, so I need to get time in for this stuff. I will be behind on stuff. Please don't ask me if I've dropped something, because I'll probably tell you. I apologize to those people who are waiting for my Bahamut reactions, because I will unfortunately not be doing those. But usually I let you guys know in a timely manner. So if I haven't uploaded something for a while, give it like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then if I still haven't uploaded, definitely start commenting and make sure it's on my discussion on my. If you go to my channel, there's like a discussion tab or something, or a comments tab. Comment there. Don't go on other shows and ask me, oh, when is this? It's just like, you know, I want those comment sections to be about the show that I'm reacting to. So yeah, that's gonna do it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you find it useful, let me know if there are any sleepers or things I did not know or things you know are bad. I don't know. I like I said, I didn't do too much research on this. This is like gut feelings for a lot of these, and some things that I've heard from other YouTubers or other people that I know in real life. So that's gonna do it. Yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.